This is for objective 3 for 5 problems. If you have the paper, you can follow along with me to check your answers, or if you don't, you can do each problem individually and press pause and see how you do. The original function, y equals 2/5 x plus 4, is graphed on the same grid as the new function, y equals 5/2 x plus 4. Which of the following is true? Which of the following statements about this graph is true? Well, I always go with the easier, the ones that seem like the less wordy. It says the graphs intersect at 4, 0, or they intersect at 0, 4. So let's see, if I go here, and I'm going to put in my calculator 2/5 x plus 4, and I go down here 5/2 x plus 4. Second graph. Well, actually, I don't want to look at the table. Let's look at the graph instead. There they are. Now, actually, what may help you is go into y equals. Let's go down here, and if you arrow over to the side to where this blink, you make that blink, and you press enter, that will cause you to have a thicker line. This way we'll know which one the 5/2 is. And I press graph. Now, these say, the first one says they intersect at 4, 0. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's 4, 0 over here. They don't intersect over here. This one says they intersect at 0, 4. Looks like it. Let's go second graph. Look, they both have 0, 4. Yep, that could be an answer. This one, G says the graph of the original function is parallel to the new one. Well, parallel means that they don't intersect. Well, we see that that's not true, so G is not the right answer. Now this one, be very careful. It can trip you up. The graph of the original function, this one right here, is steeper than the new one. Well, wait. The original one we had in the thin line. The second one is in the darker line. The second one is steeper, so that means the answer is J. I want to stress this number right here, if I make it into a decimal, it's 2.5. Anytime, the larger your slope goes, the larger the slope, the steeper the line. Okay, it's going to be less steep the closer the number is to 0. Closer the slope is to 0. You want to keep that in mind and maybe take note of that and make sure you know that. Number two says if y varies directly with x and y is 84 when x is 16, which of the following represents the situation? Okay, when it says varies directly, it means that the constant is 0. Okay, so it can't have any plus or minus anything at the end, and it doesn't. So what we need to do on this one is we're going to take 84 over 16. Well, actually, let me back up and explain how I got that, because it took a little while to think about how I was going to explain that to you. This is saying one of the points is 16 and 84. Okay? If it varies directly, that means that we have to start at 0, 0. So if we went and we built a table, and we did table building, and I did delta y, the change in y right here is 84, the change in x is 16. Slope is delta y over delta x, 84 over 16. Now, to go and reduce that, it would take me a little while. I would look at it trying to figure out how to reduce it. You can also go in your calculator. Let's put 84 divide 16. Now, to reduce this, I can press this math button, and I'm going to press enter, and enter one more time. And that's 21 over 4. So that means my slope is 21 over 4. So my answer is G. Here's the next one, number 3. It says that the table below shows ordered pairs of a linear function. What are the x and y intercepts for the graph of this linear function? They have all these listed and they have these points. What I would go in here and do, there's a couple ways you can do this. One way is to go in on your graph. Let's go -6 and -10. I think at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, okay, I want to make sure I wasn't off. Whoop, and you couldn't even see that, huh? -3, -8. 3, 4. Over 3, I'm sorry, 3, -4. Over 3, down -4. 6, -2. Over 6, down -2. Okay, so how is this moving? Let's see how we're moving. Up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. Well, wait a minute, I've messed up somewhere, haven't I? Says -6. Oh, you know what? I did mess up. This one right here is over -4. I need to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even for me, all these little lines on the papers is hard for me to see here. Maybe I'm just getting old. So let's figure out how to move from this dot to this one. I go up 2 and over 3. So to be linear, I should have to go up 2 and over 3 again. Up 2 over 3. Up 2 over 3. Up 2 over 1, 2, 3. Okay, here is the y-intercept. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, -6. That's the y-intercept. The x-intercept is right here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 0. Now remember, the x-intercept has a number at the x. The y-intercept has the number on the y. So let's see here. This says x-intercept -6, 0. No, x-intercept is 9, 0. Right here, x-intercept 0, -6. This one says x-intercept 0, 9. Be careful, that's not it. It's got to be D. 2 more problems. The next one I have here is number 4. It says Tyler wants to buy a video game system for $375. He can pay for the system in 12 months if he pays $75 now and $25 each month. How will the number of monthly payments be affected if Tyler pays $75 now and $30 each month? Okay, the only way we can go through, let's go through and look at this. If I take 370, there's a couple different ways you can do this. For me, I look at it and I say, okay, $375 is how much it cost. I'm going to take the 375, well, let's try this, 375, and let's subtract off the 75. So he owes $300. For the first one, I'm going to subtract off $25 each month. Okay? We're going to compare this to what happens if I only owe $300 and I pay $30 each month. Let's look at the difference. I'm going to go in the calculator. I'm going to go to Y1. I'm going to clear these out. I'm going to put in there 300 minus, remember this is the minus button, 25x, and then I'm going to put in a 300 minus 30x. Let's press second graph. I'm going to look and see where these are 0 because that means I don't owe any more money. Well, here we go. I already see it. First off, the one where I only have to pay $30, I'm paying this off in 10 months. Right here, if I'm paying 25, it's 12 months. So 12 months compared to 10. That means that he's going to make 2 fewer monthly payments. All right, here's the next one. It says, which graph best represents the function y equals 0.8x plus 1.4? I do a couple things. One thing I do is immediately just go over here in the calculator. Let's look at the direction. Let's make it easy. Let's eliminate some things. Let's say I've got 0.8x plus 1.4. And I'm going to press graph. What I'm going to do, see how this line is increasing? It is increasing because that slope is positive. So I'm going to go here. See, look, that's not increasing, so it's not this one. Increasing, increasing, that one's decreasing. Let's cross that out. So now I've got to compare and figure out which one it could be. They are very close. And let's see. They look very close, but let's see. If I look on this line, let's look at this one. If I look here, I think this is a point on there, which is 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if 2, 4 is on there. And that says 2, 3, and 7, 7. So let's see. What if I went over 2 and up 1, 2, 3? That one's not on there quite yet. What about 7, 7? Over 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. So let's try this one. 2, 3. Over 2 and up 1, 2, 3. Yep. Over 7 and up 7. Sure enough, they hit. The answer is G.